Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Faisal. In this video, I'm going to teach you about sessions in PHP. Let's create a new file and close all of the open file. Create a new file, save it as session.php. Okay, so what are sessions? Session is actually a variables where once you define a value to a session variable, that value will always remain in that variable until you manually destroy that value. Now, what does this mean? Let's see an example. You can create a session like this $_session and then big brackets and then name that session a variable. Suppose I want to create a session variable that name is sample and it should have a value of sample session variable. Okay, so that's it. You have created a session variable named as sample. Now when I run this file in the browser, it will create this sample variable and store this value inside that variable, and it will remain saved until I close the browser or manually destroy this session. Let's see this by an example. So the first thing you need to do is write session_start here. That's it. Now after defining the value, let's echo this out right here. $_session. That's how you can echo out a session value. It will be like this. Okay, now let's open this in the browser. It's called session and hit enter. So now this value is stored in the session variable that is called sample. So now let's echo this line out in another file. Let's create a new file and save it as sample_return.php or session_return. Let's name it as session_return because we are returning session value. Let's echo this line out. So let's try it now. First, refresh this page. We have created a session. Let's open that session_return value and hit enter. Okay, so remove the space. Now it is saying that undefined variable $_session on line number 4. So PHP cannot recognize what is this. You first need to write this session_start function wherever you want to use $_session variable. Now when you refresh the page, you will see the value that we defined actually inside session.php is now accessible by this page session_return. So this value is actually stored in this variable and it will remain saved until I manually destroy this value. So remember when we discussed about arrays, this also seems like an array because we have an array name and in the big brackets I have written the position or the key. So let's echo out a complete array like we've done in the form submission var_dump $_session. That's it. Let's reload this page and you will see a complete array whatever inside this session array. First variable that is sample and it has a value of this. Let's create some more session variables. Copy, paste and paste. Sample1 and sample2. Sample1 and sample2. Now if I refresh this page session_return, it only has one value because we are defining these variables in session.php. Let's refresh this page. Now when I come here and reload this page, you will see all of these values are now defined. Sample, which has value this one, sample1 which has this value, sample2 which has this value. So now wherever I want to use these variables, I just need to call any specific variable and I can use that. You just need to write session_start at the top of the file and underneath you can use $_session and its variable name. So this value will always remain saved no matter which page you are. Now let's see how I can destroy this value or how I can remove this value. Let's create a new file and save it as session_destroy.php. there is a simple function that is called, first of all you need to write session underscore start here as well. There is a function that is called session underscore destroy. Simple as that. That's it. Let's check this out. Let's go to session underscore destroy.php, and now when I come here and reload the page, you will see it is saying that the sample is undefined or empty. This value is empty. Let's echo out a complete array var underscore dump dollar underscore session, and you will find the session array is now empty. So array is now empty, which means from this page I have destroyed all the values inside this session array. From this page I have stored all the values. Let's reload it, and I have again stored all the values in the session variables. Here are those values. Now from this page I can destroy all values, and all the values are now gone. So what if I want to destroy only sample one value, not all of these? I just need to write unset function and then write sample1, or not sample1. I think I should write $session and the sample1 variable. Let's try this out. First store all of these values, view. Now we have sample1 here as well. Now let's reload it and go back here, and you will see sample1 is now gone. So we can destroy only one value as well, and we can destroy all of the values collectively as well from using session underscore destroy variable. Now where these sessions are used in our daily websites. So whenever you see a login or registration functionality, when you log in your website, in any website, there will be a script that actually creating session variable. So whenever user write down its correct or valid username and password, at the back end we stored session variable that says, suppose login or logged in equals to 1. So now whenever user enter its valid username and password, at the back end we update the session variable that is called logged in is equal to 1 or true. So which means the user is now logged in. So now from any page, like suppose if you are using Facebook, when you log in, and when you're not logged in you cannot go to your timeline until you log in. When you log in, at the back end there will be a script that is like this way, like $session logged in is equal to true. Then make user to go to its profile page or any other page. If the user is not logged in, then return him back to login page. So this is the logic behind session variables. Session variables are always used in your login functionality. Whenever you find a login form, there will be a session variable behind that login form submissions. So in the later videos, when I will make login and registration functionality, I will tell you and I will describe you all the uses of session variables, and I will actually make a complete login and registration form as well. So that's it for this video. Hope you understand the concept behind session variables and sessions, and how you can destroy sessions or how you can destroy a simple or single session as well. So from the next video I will teach you about functions in PHP. See you in the next video. Goodbye.